Let's get into CommentSold. Carolyn, shoppable video, rolling right into the next 20 minutes on the clock.
Well, hello. Excited to be here today. As I'm sure I may know quite a few of you, but for those of you who don't know me, my name is Carolyn. I'm Senior Director of Partnerships at CommentSold, employee number 5 over here, but really have seen this phenomenon of live video and social selling. So excited to be here at this TikTok track today. We are all about video commerce, and we know the power of what it can do to help when you are setting up your ads to attract those new shoppers, but also what it can do to retain your customers and the power of building up a community and loyalty. So I'm going to tell you a little bit, obviously, about CommentSold, about the video commerce market trends that we're seeing as a whole, definitely driven by TikTok, and then also just jump straight into how we're working with agencies and how we can work together. So first off, what is CommentSold? Well, we have been transforming the retail into an interactive and engaging virtual experience. You can see here on the screen a little bit of behind the scenes there. I actually have like a real demo that I'm going to show you in just a little bit, but we're doing live selling and shoppable video clips as well, which are delivering what we're seeing 8 times more engagement than just traditional regular website selling. So CommentSold, we've been around for over 6 years. We are the leader in the US when it comes to live and video selling. We sold more than $4.4 billion through our platform alone, and we've serviced more than 11,000 sellers today. So for those who are not familiar with video commerce, before I go into the agency programs, I do want to take a step back and share a little bit about that, where it is and where it's headed, especially in the world of TikTok, which is why we are all here today. So here is just a video of one of our customers streaming their own e-com business on CommentSold. They're actually streaming this on TikTok, but it is CommentSold that's powering their inventory and the fulfillment behind it for a beautiful native experience inside of TikTok. What customers want today is they want to scroll aimlessly on social media at night. I don't know how many of you have ever been sucked into a video vortex for hours. I heard Alex say that he did it earlier today and got sucked up by a TikTok ad that made him purchase something. But we're proving that right. You know, social media platforms are rewarding video content in their algorithms. TikTok, you guys are definitely doing it. Other platforms do it as well, but we can't really blame them because 85% of consumers prefer to purchase after seeing something through video because it's not just a static image. They can actually visualize and see themselves using it. So it's pretty obvious that why that works. It's also pretty obvious lately that brands need to increase their humanization. I don't know if you guys saw the latest statistics that came out with Vogue and Signa lately, but Gen Z just happens to be one of the loneliest generations out there. And they are going to brands and referring to communities with brands and e-commerce brands and connecting and shopping and doing what is like retail therapy. They're shopping through communities and through videos more and more. So there's no surprise to me on why video helps convert. The traditional e-commerce conversion rates on a website are really 1 to 3%, but yet if you put a video on top of that website, we're seeing 8 to 10% conversion when they're visiting the website for the first time, and you've got video playing on it. So, and then lastly, just live sales are projected to hit more than $57 billion in the U.S. alone by the end of 2025. So. That's a number that we're seeing from core research. So, of course, China's ahead of the curve. They're already surpassed that, closer to the $400 billion and above mark, but we're not far behind. And we're excited to service more than 11,000 customers doing that. So, through our platforms, we happen to have we have 3 different solutions that we offer that service from small to mid-size and even to individual creators. We have CommentSold, our core product, which is the one on the far left that you see here on the screen. That's a technology that comes with everything you need to turn key to business, including comprehensive inventory management, fulfillment. We've got a direct API. We're the only direct API, live streaming API into TikTok for live streaming your inventory directly in there, and makes it super manageable to manage it back on the CommentSold dashboard. We also have our platforms with video, which is a Shopify plugin that transforms your Shopify website into a mobile app that is a video first mobile app. And then lastly, our Pop Shop Live platform, which we acquired last August, which is a creator first focused marketplace for creators selling their own shoppertainment segments, and where they are selling through different segments every day. So a little bit more about some of the technology, just to make it super clear. We do provide a mobile shopping app that is a video first focus. It is available in the iOS and the Android shopping space. We know that it's important to keep your fans in the loop. And so it comes with all the alerts that are possible, like for the push notifications every time you go live. So that way they're never missing a segment. There's a lot of great strategies that you can run. Ads to this your mobile app is where you're going to have your highest shoppers. We see that our boutiques and our businesses as a whole have 8 times most of their their shoppers are in their mobile app in particular. So when you're looking at live video as a whole, whether it's your website and on the social platforms, the mobile app is a game changer for it, where the social channels are still an amazing place for you to be found and for discoverability as well. So besides the live and social selling, I definitely want to hit on the fact that we are our AI-powered shoppable video. That is something that we just released, which is just a way for us to work smarter. And so that our live sellers, when they are selling, let's say they have a 60-minute segment, they are going through and they are chopping that up into 2-minute little bites, so that it can then be repurposed for ads and put onto TikTok as shoppable content as well. So it's a really easy way to make one piece of content last forever. So I do have a few customer examples here. I'm going to show you, besides here on the screen, I wanted to pull up. This is a home store. They've got a beautiful website. This one is powered by CommentSold. Again, we do work nicely with Shopify stores as well. But I want to pull up just a live shopping moment that happened, just any of them. This is just so you can see what it looks like on the screen. Hi. I'm going to mute her. She's going to have a community moment and just talk to her network. I did fast forward it here just a little bit because I want to call out a couple of things. One, we've got 282 people are watching this live video while she's doing it at this moment. She's selling this item, and on the right-hand side, you can see sold, 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 sold. And they're commenting sold 101, sold 102. They're commenting the identifier of what she's selling on this screen because they are putting that actually in their cart. And from here on their website, you can see the aggregate of wherever the comments are coming from, whether it's from their mobile app or from one of the social channels, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. But all of that community is aggregated here. So you can see like one big shopping segment from the screen.
Crazy. I'm naive to this, obviously, except for purchasing. I may have, purchased something that was involved in something like this, but this is crazy. So just so I understand, and I'm probably old for this stuff right now, but CommentSold embedded on this site. The whole site's powered by CommentSold in this situation, right? Did you say that?
Yeah, in this situation, we are powering the whole site, but we do.
So whether you're a Shopify partner, you want to use CommentSold as the site, if it's a new client or a new product, maybe a sub line of products that they want to rebrand or something, you can spin it up on CommentSold. This is one of the page themes, or maybe it's an embed code on the site for whatever campaign you're doing. That video is being played in multiple social networks from the brand's social channel. Then anyone under the video on whatever social channel or through clicking on the video can then purchase it or comment, and all of that aggregate gets displayed in the right hand side here. And all of that's powered. All of it's powered by CommentSold.
Yep. And then it doesn't just work for home goods. Of course, this works across different industries. So depending on what type of clients you have, I do have an example. This is a gentleman making a wreath. It's perfect for like crafting. He's putting together a wreath, so he's selling the whole kit and caboodle on his shopping segment on this one in particular. But you can see there in this one, I mean, they have people, a crazy amount of viewership. He's got 885 people just watching this one show on how they put, I don't know what they were putting together on this one thing. Oh, Easter scarves, Easter patriotic scarves is what that thing was. But over 800 people watching.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, just not to throw you off, but anything where you can take an amount of time and engage an audience in sort of a here's the first step, second step, or here's the first outfit, the second outfit, anything like that. I mean, I feel like this is just such an amazing option. And then I'm very eager to hear the service side of this, what agencies are building on top of this. So like, how much effort is it to actually get a store like this set up with the campaigns and the ads as a creative agency? I'm very, very curious for that slide.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys were able to see what it looks like. Let's jump into exactly that. So why agencies love us? Well, we are building that video first ecosystem. That is where our focus is, and we'd love for you all to join us. You may have already heard EK Creative speak. I know they are with Agile, and we were with them when they were with Exclusive Concept also. But we've been working with Ethan for over 5 years now, and so really, Ethan is the epitome of one of our initial experts in the industry, and you could become an expert too. You know, we do have certification classes where we are training you one-on-one on what it looks like to understand what live shopping is, because it is a little bit different than your traditional e-commerce site. You've got to put your programming hat on, because these people are having live sales. If they're having them Thursday at 7, they're usually having them every Thursday at 7. So that they can build repetition, and they've got like consistency with their audience. Those are important factors to know. Those are things like just some basic things that we will teach you, but we can also teach you some more advanced things like the customer engagement strategies, like how to entice FOMO, the importance of unlimited quantities, or how to, if you only have like quite a few, like just a few limited quantities, there's different strategies that you can play depending on what that product line is. And we do that training with you. Not only do we do the one-on-one training, but we also, of course, we teach exclusive partner trainings on all the new features that are coming up. Right here on the screen is just an example. We've got a new feature that's coming up. It's called Pop Clips, which is the AI-powered shoppable clips. This is where one that was stripped from a live sale, and then they pieced it together, but then they were able to add it to their website. And it just makes these fun videos that are able to be a little bit more engaging. So if you aren't somebody who wants to sit through an entire live sale, you may want to just have short form video. You know, we've got features there that we're rolling out. So besides becoming go ahead.
I was just saying, this is killer. I honestly didn't know CommentSold did all of this. Not that I should. I'm not an e-commerce agency, but this is so cool. So cool. I'm just thinking back to my agency days, like how many services can I offer my clients on top of this platform? It's just like, pretty massive, the service revenue potential.
Well, there's bukus of offerings that you could add, and they don't stop. Like, this is just some of the top ones. Of course, performance marketing, SEO, performance packaging, packages. Of course, strategy is a huge part of what our shops and our boutiques need. Of course, they also need design work, social media, just day-to-day operations, even inventory sourcing and management. Talent sourcing is another one. So if you've got a bucket of creators, or you've got live talent that can sell, we've got brands that need live talent. We've got brands that need they know how to sell, and they know how to go live on Facebook, but they don't, or in TikTok, but they don't know how to run an ad. So we definitely need agencies that can help and jump in here as well. So, it's still very early days. As I mentioned, it's going to be 57 billion in 2025 in the US, whereas China is over at 400 billion. So we are still like in the Wild West early days here. Even though CommentSold's been doing it for 6 years, it's still very early. And we need every agency to join the ecosystem. So, other than that, we do help you. We do have our community of sellers that you would gain access to when you join our partner programs. We get you listed in our experts directory so that we help you find those clients as well. We help do that matchmaking to get them in touch with you. We also do an amazing job at co-selling and co-managing our accounts. So we will white glove the experience for your clientele, and we will sit on calls with you when you're explaining it, because we know that we've got the experience and the data behind it. So we're happy to sit on those calls. It doesn't have to just go to our website and sign up. We know that this is a newer concept for so many of the retailers out there. So we want to be part of that journey with you. Of course, if you have already at an expert level, or you feel confident doing it, of course, you can refer business over, but we just want to let you know, like, we are here to help through that process. And then, of course, we give you a full sandbox along with technical support. So that way you get the support that you need in the time that you need it. Lastly, our agency program. Of course, we have 2 different tracks here. The Agile EK Creative team is one of our certified solution partners. We will invite agencies to join that program once that we've seen they've had success with clients in building ads and building their business. But it's also easy to get started just by joining our service provider programs. You do get the education and the training and everything that you need to grow into that certified partner from our service provider program. If you are here listening to this track, there will be no cost if you mention this and you mention Carolyn said hello, and that you'll be meeting with me on the next call. I'll have a link to book so we can get started on that. But other than the things I already mentioned, tech support, sandbox, we do have access to our community, which is a big part of it, where our customers are sharing strategies across the country. And then we do absolutely do co-marketing. So if you've got an event that you need support or resources at, we can absolutely help you there. And yeah, the revenue share program is pretty simple. We pay you 15% of whatever we make. This is just our standard program. We're open to talking more. And then we've got 1 minute wrapping up. So I'm going to go ahead and move over to the next one. I think this is pretty standard with most partner programs. Interested in getting started with you. So book a call. This will get you directly with me. And so we can get started.
Yeah. See if that QR code works. I just tried it. It worked for me. So grab a time. And then Carolyn, if you want to spend a couple seconds here posting links in the chat. So post whatever's behind that QR code in case they don't have their phone. And then any contact information, if you want to put your LinkedIn, anything you want, to go, what to do. But that was killer. I learned a lot, as I am in all these tracks. So we have one final track, more back-end services. But Carolyn, CommentSold, get on that. And then one more thing, by the way, everyone, if the services seem out of scope of what you're doing, or if it feels like a lot to take on to learn that new service, one of the things that some agencies do really well, good strategy, is just find a current partner in the CommentSold or the Play or the ShipBob coming up ecosystem. Get with that agency with one of your clients you think is a fit, and work with them to build out that first one, or maybe the rest of them if it's just not in your scope of work to do for your clients. And then grow that service revenue together with another agency that's already done it multiple times.